Our leaders have taught us to consider that our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us. In 1924, our forefathers arrived here at Olisos train station all the way from Saskatchewan, Canada. This is where our story began in Mexico. When our way of life feels threatened or we see no future in one place, we leave and go to another. While living in Mexico, we experience hard times. These hard times often force us to make difficult decisions for our families. Suffering, poverty, and hardship have brought many of us Dietsch people to Ontario. Living in the colony in some ways was easier than settling in Ontario. We knew what to do and what was expected of us. For some of us, we no longer had the financial means to support our families. We experience many fears and barriers as we begin our journey of finding our place in a whole new world. Here in Ontario, we work and earn money. We do things we have never done before, such as opening bank accounts, renting a home, using banks to purchase vehicles, and handling our money in new ways. We rely on the help of our families, and when our family is not available, we reach out to Low German-speaking helpers, such as outreach or family support workers. Without their help, we would be lost. When we move to Ontario, we often live with our extended family until we find a home for ourselves. We are used to living in farmhouses, but it is not always possible to find one. Anna and Johan Martins meet with a landlord to try and rent a home for their family.
You here for the apartment?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we have one left, and it's $1,000 a month. First month up front, last month up front. Read this, this, and sign here. Now you know you're responsible for any damages.
I don't understand this.
Yeah, I didn't know it was going to be this much.
It's a normal contract. We all do it that way. Won't find anybody different.
You have to read all this?
You don't have to read it, as long as you sign the bottom here.
Maybe we should call my sister first.
It's up to you. Got lots of people waiting for apartments.
Yeah, you should call my sister first.
What? Suit yourself.
I don't understand this.
Hello, Marie. Yeah, remember the other day you told me about a lady that helps people reading papers and that kind of stuff when you don't understand it? Yeah. Okay. Her name is Astrid? Okay. She's from Manitoba? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, can you give me her number? And then I will call her. Maybe she can help us read this because it's too much. I don't know what it all means. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thanks. Bye. Hello, Esther. Hi. This is Anna calling. My sister Maria gave me your number, and she said that you help people with understanding English papers and all that kind of stuff. We have this big paper here with rental stuff on it, and we don't understand it. Could you help us?
Hi, Anna. Yes, I think I can. I know that's very confusing getting one of those rental agreements signed. There's lots of pages and lots of big words that we English people often don't understand. So for you, that would be really hard. I could probably come over and help you, but might be even better if you talk to someone at the bank about it. They could really give you all the right information.
Yeah, that will work. Thanks. Yep. Bye. Thank you, Esther, for coming to explain this to us. It's some kind of agreement that we don't understand for renting an apartment.
Oh, I know. They can be very complicated. So it's good that you're asking for help. I even read here that it says you have to pay the first month's and the last month's rent right when you get the apartment. You have to pay for 2 months, because if you don't stay there for a whole year, they're going to actually take that money, 1 month's rent, away from you. But if you stay for longer than a year, then that's okay. It'll go off your rent. So very good that you're getting it read by someone, probably at the bank would be the best place.
Okay. Okay, thanks for coming and explaining
no
it
problem.
to us. And
Glad I could help.
yeah, we'll take it to the bank yet and see what they say and see if we
Good
can.
idea.
Welcome to Kindred Credit Union. I'm glad that you stopped by to say hello, and I understand that you're thinking of renting an apartment. And I've looked over the contract that you've provided for me, and I see that to rent this apartment, you would have to pay first and last month's rent right up front. So you need to have that amount. Plus, I see that you'll need to pay for your own utilities like electricity and telephone and water. So again, it's hard to say exactly how much those things will cost, but oftentimes electricity could be about $100 a month, and water might be $50 or $100 a month, depends how much you use. So, but I think you'll be okay, because I looked at your budget as well, and it looks like you have enough income to take care of that. So I think this will be a good decision for you. So I'm noticing here also that your landlord would like you to sign this for a 1-year commitment. That means that he's expecting you to be paying 12 months of rent. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we should talk about, but maybe one question would be, are you planning on going back to Mexico at all this year?
Not this year.
Because it wouldn't be wise to have the apartment just empty if you're going to be leaving it. I'm trying to think of other things. How about your job? Is it pretty secure? Have you been there for quite a while? So you feel comfortable signing a 1-year lease and pretty sure that you'll still have a job at the end of the year?
Yes.
That's good. That's good. Any other changes that you're planning with your family?
No, that would be about it.
So life seems like it's fairly stable, and then this should be a good place for you. Well, thank you very much for coming to ask about this and review this with me. I wish you all the best as you move into your new apartment.
Thank you.
On payday, Anna was expecting cash or a check, but when she opens her envelope, she finds a piece of paper with numbers and words she cannot understand. Anna remembers a co-worker telling her about her check being directly deposited into the bank. Anna decides to take the paper to the bank and ask for a better explanation.
When I started my job at Shervin, they told me that I would get paid, but all I got was this paper.
Okay, so it looks like this is your pay stub. So what the employer does is they take your money and put it directly in your bank account. So the
Okay.
money is already in your account, and then they give you this paper to show you how much you got paid. So
Okay.
this number right here is what they put into your account.
Okay.
And then these numbers over here, those are the taxes that the government takes off.
Okay.
Okay? So this this is just an indication of the money that they already put into your account.
Okay.
Okay? Do you have any more questions?
Yeah, when they opened this account for me, they gave me this card and said I can buy stuff with this card, but I don't understand how that works.
Okay, so this card is as good as cash. This is the card that's connected to your account.
Okay.
So all your money is on this card. So when you go
Okay.
to a store to pay for something, you can just insert it into the debit machine and enter in your PIN number, and that'll pay
Okay.
for your stuff.
So that takes the money right out of my account with this card?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Okay, and then if you want cash, you can ask for cash back at the store wherever you're at, or you can come into the bank and we can take your card and take some cash out for you and give it to you.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Thank
Okay.
you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too.
Neil has been working and saving his money to purchase his first car. He's been talking with his father about buying a new car, but Neil's father thinks that it would be a wise financial decision for Neil to buy a used car instead of a new one. Neil's father suggests that he go to the bank and ask for advice on what a new car would actually cost after including the cost of insurance, interest, gas, and maintenance, and if he's even old enough to get a car loan.
Hi, Neil. Hi. Welcome to Kindred. Come on in, have a seat. So, what can we do for you today?
So I was looking at one of the flyers for the Subaru, and I seen that there was a car there, the new Subaru. The payments are only $150 a month, and so I wanted to see if I could get a loan.
So you're interested in buying a car, a Subaru,
Yep.
and the payments are $150 a month. What's the total cost of the car, Neil?
$30,000.
$30,000? Okay.
And sorry, that was $150 every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks, so that'd be about $300 a month.
$300 a month, yep.
Okay, I'm just going to change this here for you so we get a clearer picture. Subaru's a pretty nice car.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're good reliability. Have you thought about the cost of insurance for this car, Neil?
I have a little bit, but I don't think it can be much because my dad's insurance isn't expensive on his car.
Well, actually, sometimes for younger men, insurance is quite expensive. It could be as high as $300 or $350 a month, depending on the car and your age and your driving experience. So that's something that you might want to look at. I'm just going to make a note here, insurance. I'm just going to guess at about $300 a month, and I think that's something that you should talk to an insurance company about before you decide on the car.
Oh, okay.
Have you thought about how much gas you'll need to put in the car every week?
Well, I'm only gonna put in like $20 a week probably, so can't be too much.
Yeah. Do you know, like, how big is the tank on this car? Is it about
I think
60
it's
liters?
55 liter.
Okay, so if you're going to fill it up, the gas is about $1 a liter, so that's about $55 every fill up. Do you think you'll need to fill it up more than once a week?
I think maybe once a week.
So that'd be about $55 a week. And if we multiply that out times 4 for a monthly cost, it would be about $220 a month for gas. Had you thought about maintenance and oil changes and tires and
Well, maintenance
brakes?
is stuff that I'll do myself, like, and I'll do work on it at home.
Okay.
And so buying stuff for an oil change is probably only like $30, and then I can just do it myself.
So that's good. That will save you some money. And in the first year, it probably won't need as much maintenance, but after 2 or 3 years, it might start costing you, I don't know, maybe at least $100 or $200 a month just for maintenance when you add it all up. So I'm going to add another $200 a month here for costs of owning the car. Neil, so to buy this car and get a loan, of course, you know that you need to repay it and have the ability to repay it. So let's talk a little bit about your income and how much money you expect to have available.
Okay. Well, I guess I keep some of my paycheck, every paycheck, because my parents take the money. So
Okay.
from the money I save, I keep $200 or $500 every 2 weeks.
So you save $500 every 2 weeks, so that's about $1,000 a month.
Yep.
So that's good. And so if we look at the cost of borrowing money, and I did a quick loan amortization chart here. So if you have $30,000 that you're borrowing, and if you're going to take 5 years to pay it off, it would cost you about $566 a month to pay off $30,000 over 5 years. So we should consider that $566. And then I'm just going to add on some of the other costs we talked about. So the $566 for the loan. And then we had insurance, and we're just giving an estimate here. Could be $300 a month. We talked about gas. If you fill up once a week, would be about $220 a month. And then there'll be some other maintenance, which we said again could be up to $200 a month once the car gets a little older. Maintenance. So if we add all of this up, this would be an 8 actually, and then we have 8, 10, 12. You might actually need about $1,200 a month to afford this car over the long term. So I guess one of the questions that I should ask is, have you thought about maybe buying a used car that wouldn't be quite as costly, and that might make it a little easier for you now?
I did a little bit. I really like the new one, so I wanted to see if I could afford it. I guess even if I can't afford the new one, I can get an older one. It shouldn't be even close to that much then, because I won't have to make payments. Or
Yeah.
will it still be?
Well, it depends how much you want to spend on it, but even if you could buy a car for, $6,000 or $8,000, and you could save money for 6 or 8 months, you wouldn't have to borrow money at all, and you'd probably be a lot further ahead in the long run.
Yeah, because I guess Dad did tell me that it's easier to save money before you're married.
That's very true.
And so if I buy a cheaper car, I guess I can save up for a house or something.
One of the things we want to make sure we do is help you make good financial decisions and not just loan you money when it's really not advisable for you to borrow that much.
Okay. So you think I should just get a used car then?
Well, I think you should maybe consider it. I would talk it over a bit more with your parents. And I think you can get nice used cars for quite a bit less than that. And I think it would make your life easier now because you'd still have some money left for other things like enjoying weekends and spending time with your friends.
Okay. All right, I'll have a talk with Dad then, and I'll probably come back if I look for a used car and
That'd be
see
great.
if I can get a loan.
That'd be great. Thanks very much for coming in.
Thank you.
We'll see you again, Neil.
Hard times and suffering have been part of our lives no matter where we live. There are many people here in Ontario who are happy to help us, whose job it is to answer our questions and help us make wise choices. We have heard it said that making more money may not be the answer, but how we spend our money may be the answer. Whether we have always lived in Ontario and whether we are rich or poor, we can have money problems. We all need and want to have enough money to support our families, and when we ask questions, we can learn about wise money practices so that we will have enough money to support our families in lean or in prosperous years. We remember the words of our leaders as we strive for a brighter future and continue to live in accordance with our faith. What are your money practices?